Imagine holding a tiny silver coin between your fingers. So ordinary looking that most people wouldn't even glance at it twice. But what if I told you that this tiny coin, yes, a simple Roosevelt dime, could secretly be worth $500,000? $500,000. The kind of money that changes lives instantly. And the craziest part? Most people who have this coin don't even know its true value. They walk past it, spend it, drop it in jars, lose it under couch cushions, never realizing the pure treasure they just let go. Today, you're about to hear a story that will shake you, a story that will make you run to your pocket, open your drawer, check every old box, every piggy bank, every forgotten jar in your house, because the Roosevelt dime you've ignored your whole life might just be the single rarest one ever made, worth more than luxury cars, more than your home, more than some people earn in a decade. And trust me, after hearing this, you'll never look at coins the same way again. My friend, welcome back to the channel. This is the place where we uncover secrets hidden inside. Coins, secrets the world forgot, secrets only the rarest collectors know. And today we're diving into a coin so unbelievably valuable that even experts call it a once-in-a-lifetime discovery. Before we begin, take a deep breath, because what you're about to hear will shock you. Let's start with the mystery. Picture this, a regular day. An ordinary man walks into a local coin shop with a small envelope. Nothing fancy, nothing special. Inside it, just a dime, a simple silver-colored dime from the 1960s. The shop owner glances at it casually, but something stops him. Something feels different. He picks up his magnifying glass, looks closer, and freezes. The man standing in front of him has no idea that the coin he casually found in his father's old toolbox is worth more than $500,000. This isn't a rumor. This isn't a fairy tale. This actually happened. The coin was a 1964 Special Strike Roosevelt Dime, a coin so rare that only a handful are known to exist. A coin minted under mysterious circumstances, hidden from the public and never released for circulation. A coin so important. Museums and private collectors fight over it. And today, I'm going to tell you exactly why this dime is worth $500,000, exactly what makes it different, and exactly how you can check your own coins to find out if you're secretly sitting on a fortune. But let me warn you, by the time we reach the end of this story, you might be shaking, because the possibility that you have this dime in your home is real. Very real. Imagine the shock. You're sitting at home watching this video, maybe thinking, there's no way I have something valuable. But then you remember an old coin jar, a dusty drawer. Your grandfather's because this isn't just any coin. This is a dime so special, so secret, that the U.S. Mint didn't even publicly admit its existence for decades. Let's rewind the story. The year is 1964, America is changing. The U.S. Mint is shifting coin compositions. Silver is disappearing from dimes and quarters. Millions of coins are being minted, fast, rushed, pushed out into circulation. But in the middle of all that chaos, something strange happens. A very small batch of dimes, none of them meant for the public, are struck using an unusual method. Sharper details, mirror-like surfaces, different planchets, and a finish so unique that even expert graders say, this should not exist. Some believe these dimes were made as experimental test strikes. Others say they were created for a special presentation set, possibly, even for government officials. But here's where the mystery deepens. Most of these coins vanished. No one knew where they went. No records. No releases, nothing. And then, decades later, one shows up in a random coin shop. A simple envelope containing $500,000. That's when collectors around the world lost their minds. A dime that shouldn't exist. A dime rarer than gold. A dime so valuable that its discovery changed coin history. But what makes this particular dime worth so much? Let me paint you a picture. Think about how many dimes you've seen in your life. Thousands? Maybe tens of thousands? Now imagine if only 10 or 12 of those dimes had something special about them. Something so rare that each one could buy you a luxury home. That's exactly what we're dealing with. This dime isn't just rare, it's almost mythical. And here's the part that will make your heart stop. It looks almost identical to a normal dime. That means millions of people might have picked it up and spent it without knowing. It might have passed through countless hands. Pockets, cash registers, parking meters, vending machines, laundromats, completely unnoticed. The only reason the coin discovered decades later survived was because someone randomly saved it. Not because they knew it was valuable. No, they didn't have a clue. They saved it because it looked shiny. One small innocent decision saved a $500,000 treasure from being lost forever. Now let me ask you something and be honest. Have you ever kept a coin because it looked different? Shinier? Older? Heavier? Something about it felt special? If the answer is yes, then you might already have a secret treasure sitting somewhere near you. Because the 1964 Special Strike Roosevelt Dime is the kind of coin that hides in plain sight. Collectors describe it as sharper than normal, struck on a different metal, edges more defined than a standard dime. A finish that belongs to no regular circulation coin. In other words, a dime that stands out only to the trained the dime and move on. But here's the problem. This is why so many rare coins are still undiscovered. They're not hidden in museums or locked in secret government vaults. They're in people's homes, pocket change, junk drawers, and one of those people might be you. Imagine the shock of finding a dime in your house right now, worth more than a Lamborghini, more than a year's salary, more than some people will ever save. This is why collectors are fascinated with rare error coins. Coins with unusual finishes. Coins struck under mysterious conditions. Because every rare coin story begins exactly the same way. Nobody knew what they had until someone looked closer. Now, let's turn the spotlight back to the $500,000 dime. The man who brought it to the coin shop had no idea what he possessed. He wasn't a collector. He wasn't an expert. He had no background in coins. He simply found it in an old box and decided to see if it was worth anything. When the coin shop owner examined it, he realized instantly this wasn't a normal dime. The strike was too clean, the details too sharp, the rim too perfect. The dies were clearly different from normal circulation dies. It didn't match any known category. This was something special. He sent it for grading, holding his breath, hoping he hadn't made a mistake. Weeks later, the results came back. 1964 Roosevelt Dime, Special Strike, ultra-high grade, extremely rare. The man's hands were shaking so hard he nearly dropped the phone. This little silver dime, worth $500,000. Now imagine if that was you. Imagine receiving that phone call. Imagine your heart pounding, your breath freezing, your mind struggling to believe it. You go from just checking to becoming the owner of one of the rarest dimes on Earth. That's the magic of rare coins. That's the thrill. That's the reason this story captures millions. Because it could be anyone, any person, any home, any forgotten box. Coins don't care who finds them. They don't care where they sit for decades. They don't care if you're rich, poor, young, old. Treasure chooses its own path. And right now, that path might lead straight to you. Let me take you deeper. What exactly makes a coin a special strike? Unlike normal circulation, strikes, which are mass-produced, at high speed, special. Strikes are created using higher pressure, polished dies, special planchets, hand-selected metals, smaller batches, sharper details, mirror-like surfaces. They're basically VIP coins, coins treated with extra care, extra attention, extra precision. Most special strikes are made for collectors, gift sets, or special government presentations. But here's the twist. The 1964 Special Strike dimes were never officially made. That makes them almost impossible, nearly illegal in concept, and unbelievably rare. Collectors describe them as ghost coins, coins that exist